Good morning everyone. Welcome to your English class. Dear students, today we are going to do the explanation of lesson number 5, The Adventures of an Understudy, written by Sir Anthony Hope Hawkins. Sir Anthony Hope Hawkins, better known as Anthony Hope, was an English novelist and playwright. He was a prolific writer, especially of adventure novels, but he is remembered predominantly for only two books, The Prisoner of Zenda and its sequel, Rupert of Hentzau. Dear students, here it's been told about the author of this lesson that Sir Anthony Hope Hawkins was better known as Anthony Hope, and he was an English novelist and playwright. He was a prolific writer and especially he wrote adventure novels. He is best remembered for two of his books named The Prisoner of Zenda and its sequel named Rupert of Hentzau. Now let's read the introduction of this lesson. Rassendyll is travelling from England to Ruritania to see the coronation of King Rudolph. A chance meeting in the woods bring Rassendyll and Rudolph face to face, and they discover that they look exactly alike. Even their hair is the same shade of brilliant red, the color of Rudolph's royal Elfberg family. Dear students, the introduction of this lesson tells us that this story is about the coronation of King Rudolph. Here it is also been told that Rassendyll was the look-alike of King Rudolph. They met in woods, and when they came face to face, they came to know that both of them looked exactly like each other. Even the color shade of their hair was of same color. The next day, Rudolph is found unconscious and unable to attend his coronation. But the show must go on, or else the king's half-brother and enemy, Black Michael, the Duke of Strelsau, will take over the throne. For the sake of Ruritania, Rassendyll must pretend to be Rudolph for the day and take his part in the coronation. The king's friends, Colonel Sapt and Fritz van Tarlhem, promise to help, but will Rassendyll manage to deceive Black Michael and Princess Flavia, the woman who Rudolph is engaged to marry? Read on to find out. In the second para of introduction of this lesson, it has been told to us that the next day was King Rudolph's coronation, but he was unconscious that day. So, because of being unconscious, he was unable to attend the coronation. So, Rassendyll, who was the look-alike of King Rudolph, must pretend for the day as King Rudolph so that he could save Ruritania from half-brother of the king named Black Michael, who was the Duke of Strelsau. If King Rudolph will not take the coronation, he will not be the king of that kingdom, and Black Michael, the Duke of Strelsau, will get the chance to take over the throne. To avoid this problem, Colonel Saft and Fritz van Tarlhem promised the king to help him. So they managed to talk to Rassendyll and help him in taking over the throne. Now this story is telling us about the journey of Rassendyll as King Rudolph during the coronation. Paragraph number 1. The game had begun. The cool morning air streaming in through the window of the train cleared my head, and I was able to take in all Sapt said to me. He was wonderful. He began at once to instruct me in the history of my past life, of my family, of my friends, of my tastes, pursuits, weakness, companions, and servants. He told me the etiquette of the Ruritanian court and promised to be constantly at my elbow to point out everybody whom I ought to know. Paragraph number 1 tells us that Rasendal was going, uh, going to Ruritania from England. He was in the train while he was going in the morning. The cool stream of air cleared his head. And clear his head means made him calm down, and he was able to understand everything what Sapt told him. Sapt told him about the history of King Rudolph's past life and history of King Rudolph's family, his tastes and pursuits, his weaknesses, his friends, companions, and even the servants. Sapt promised Rasendal that he will be by his side so that he could point out towards everybody whom the king know, so that nobody will doubt Rasendal that he is not King Rudolph. Okay, I hope you all are understanding that this paragraph is about Rasendal while he was going in the train to Ruritania. On the way, Sapt and Fritz von Tarlheim were explaining him everything. They were telling Rasendal about every small detail which belongs to King Rudolph's personal life. Paragraph number 2. At 9:30, looking out of the window, I saw the towers of great city. Your capital, my liege, grinned old Sapt with a wave of his hand. Leaning forward, he laid his finger on my pulse. A little too quick, said he, in his grumbling tone. Paragraph number 2 tells us that while Rasendal was looking out of the window, he saw the towers of the great city, and the old Sapt gave a big smile to him, and he called him as his liege. Liege means respectful manner of addressing the Lord that he served and obeyed. Here, Sapt was jokingly calling Rasendal as his liege. The old Sapt put his finger on Rasendal's pulse, and he said that his pulse is working little bit faster. I am not made of stone, I exclaimed. You'll do, said he with a nod. Then he paused and looking at us said quietly, God send we may be alive tonight. Amen, said Fritz. When Rasendal heard the remark of Sapt, he exclaimed that he is not made up of stone. Listening to this, Sapt said that he will do that. He nodded his head and said that he will do that. He also called upon God that they may live that night. God send means a prayer to God or wishing for something desired. They were desiring that day that they should not be caught, that they are helping Rasendal to play the role of King Rudolph during the coronation. Fritz also agreed to him, and he said, Amen. Amen means a word used at the prayer meaning may it be so. Now that's all for today, dear students. I hope you all are understanding the lesson till here. We'll continue with the further explanation in our next video. Thank you and have a good day.